And welcome back, everyone, to Cyrus Webb Presents here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're continuing our coverage as we're gearing up for Chosen Pen's Literary Awards that's taking place this weekend, as well as the recognition of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards. I am Cyrus Webb. If you guys are new to us, we're about to bring in our Amazon family, as well as tuning in on Instagram as well. If you guys have any questions or comments for our guests, make sure you guys do put those in the chat for us. We'd love to be able to have you guys join in the conversation. And we are live now on Amazon. So we welcome you guys that are tuning in on the Amazon Live platform. If you guys are new to us on Amazon, make sure you guys hit that follow button. It's either here in this corner or down below. And we're excited about you guys joining us on social media as well, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. I'm joined by a great group of authors today. We have the one and only Tina Siemens. We're finally meeting in person in the same spot that's joining us here. Also, we have Nanette Buchanan just joining us as well as Marcia Bryant as well. We're going to talk to them not only about their own writings, because they are actually nominated this weekend, but also what they want you all to know about their books and how to stay connected with them. Ladies, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So Tina, I had to get a couple of hugs while I've been here with you already, and I'm sure I'll get much more and some selfies too. First of all, it's so good to be able to see you in person. How does it feel to be here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, knowing your book is nominated?
It is such an amazing feeling, and wow, what an honor. First time for me to experience something like this. First time in North Carolina. First time meeting in person. So many firsts, but I'm absolutely so grateful for the opportunity and to share it with our social media platforms. It's just truly going to be, I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. It will be many more firsts and meeting amazing authors and just like-mindedness. You feel when you're in a room with everyone there for the same purpose. Wow, it's going to be an amazing weekend, and I'm so grateful to be here.
Me too. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I can't even lie about that. I'm nervous, but and that's so great to be able to meet you as well. How does it feel for you to be here, knowing your book is being nominated?
Again, I'm backing up what Tina said. It is a blessing, because all of us have our routes and our bouts and everything that we have to do. My favorite saying now has been life is lifing. So since life is lifing, it's amazing to be able to accomplish what we have accomplished and be honored for it, and to be recognized for it, and to be looked at as not so much an elite, but one of many. I really appreciate being included, because sometimes you're on the outside looking in, and I'm glad to be on the inside, and I thank Chosen Pen for that.
Marcia, what about for you? How does it feel to be here as a nominated author?
I could tell you, for me, this is the best opportunity possible. I am the first-time author for this novel, and I, like the other two, Tina and Nanette, it's just an opportunity for us to share our words and our story with the audience and people that could resonate from what we wrote. It could help them grow. It could help them go through things that, and just even identify that others actually have the same story that we have. And then it helps us empower us to move forward. So I'm honored. I'm excited. I'm nervous, all those things.
Right.
So thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So we have some people coming in on IG as well. Jen Rocket, hello to you. Jen, congratulations to you on your new project. Ellen Sutters is joining us. ESP Presents over on Instagram as well. Tracy Glass joining us on the West Coast. Hey, Tracy, good to be able to see you. I see you guys also over there on Amazon. If you guys have any questions or comments for our guests, put those in the chat. I'll be moderating those. So, Nanette, I want to go to you with this next question. When you were writing your book, did you feel like it was something that would resonate with readers?
I write what I call reality fiction.
Okay.
So just the point of it being reality resonates. The book that has been, I've done 2 children books that are nominated, as well as 1 fiction. But the fiction book is one that's close to my heart as well, just as close as the children's book, because we don't always understand what's going on behind the walls of law enforcement. And we sometimes, we want to blackball the cops. but they're following a regiment that has been set up for them. And sometimes our people, those of color, those that are not making the top dollar, are not able to get the help that they need. So I wanted to show that. I wanted to show that, hey, it's not always the guy in the blue uniform.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that with that being said, a lot of people can connect to that, especially in these times.
Exactly. Marche, what about you? Did you feel like you were writing something special with your book when you were writing it?
Yes, definitely. For me, I'm in women empowerment. So I really wanted to speak to the women because I'm in cybersecurity and IT. And although I'm in that field, I get to see that there's not a lot of women in that field. We aren't showing up. We're not there. We're not clearly represented. And so I wanted to be able to speak to those women that are going through the same things I'm going through, to maybe help them continue on with the pace, to continue on in the field and go past some of these roadblocks that come up. And so with my story, once I had published it, it was Its Rise, Age, Guide to Transcending Generational Barriers. And I was speaking to our Black women particularly. But after publishing it, I found out that the men, like their husbands or their spouses, and they're fighting them for the book, and they're all trying to, read the book, and they're getting something from it. And men may not tell us what they're going through. They may not share it with us, but they're going through the same thing that we're going through. And when I found that out, I was like, this story is for everyone. Yes. But I've navigated 4 career pivots, and I just want to make sure that, we know that it's okay to rebrand yourself. It's okay. But how do you show up in there and go against the toxic work cultures that we're getting, and where we're overlooked, we are passed over for promotion, and we're not able to be successful as we think we need to be. And so we're together, collaborate, and we want to make sure that we, be successful in being able.
Yeah. Tina, I've read your book, and we've discussed it several times here, even on Amazon. And Little Sinners That Could is the book that's nominated, your second book. When you were writing your story, because it is your story, did you feel like it was something that would resonate with other readers?
Definitely. And because as an immigrant, learning new cultures, new language, new everything, as a young child, I was 8 when I experienced all of that. There was so many barriers that I needed to break, and through the grace of God, I was able to do so. And now I feel like, because we're a land of immigrants, everybody who has immigrated to the United States has felt some of what I felt. And so with me writing that, I think especially for children, the adults, they will say, this is what we're doing. But the children are often left behind. Like, what is happening? What is happening in my world? Yeah. And so for me to be able to go, I call it my COVID book, my COVID project, but it just helped me to put words and help my grandchildren understand, when Oma talks about certain stories, this is where they came from. Yeah. So that really helped me. And now I'm finding out that it's speaking to adults as well as children. So absolutely.
I'm going to get into some of the comments and reset for those who are just tuning in. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents. We're joining you guys live from Fayetteville, North Carolina. My very first time here in Fayetteville. I'm joined today by Marche Bryant. Also, we have Nanette Buchanan and, of course, Tina Siemens. We're talking to them. All 3 of them are nominated for awards here by Chosen Pen at the Literary Awards taking place this weekend, as well as the gala, as well as the President's Lifetime Achievement Awards that are taking place. Robert Ham, hello to you over on Facebook. Robert is there for All Sports Headgear.
There you go.
Also, we have Chris Collier. Chris says, hey, North Kakalaki, where we never dress tacky. Are you rapping there, Chris? I don't know. But I just read that. Jasmine says, good job, Marche, as well. So I want to go over to Instagram. I think we have some questions over there, too. Ellen says, Nanette, this is for you. For the woman that spoke, how can we bring back law enforcement and community cohesiveness? That's a great question.
That is one of the things that in this book you will see that in order to rid some of the things that are going on behind the scenes,
Mhm.
the detective Damian Tyson, it's a cold case series. He's working in the cold case unit, and they think by putting him in the cold case unit, he won't have any connections. He won't have to deal with the community. He won't have to deal with certain things because they know that he's finding out certain things. So yes, the cohesiveness of the community is a must. We have to be able to not just take it as a pencil and pen job. It's a communication job. And that's what I'm trying to enforce here, that if you don't communicate with the community, how can you work in the community? You can't do that. So that in this book, it's showing that between a lawyer, a detective, a couple of failed cases where they're missing documents and missing reasons for appeals, and people being in jail that shouldn't be there, or the evidence just does not add up, they have to go to the community. They have to begin to talk to the community. And we have to learn how to trust, because that's what's gone. The ability to say, oh, a cop is coming and everybody close the doors, shut the shutters, don't want to answer. If you don't answer, some of them are there to help. So we need to have that cohesiveness, and we need to get that back, but we can't get it back with a few on one side and a few on another side. It has to be the community.
It's so interesting. I normally don't like to inject myself into conversations like this, but when I was growing up in Mississippi, of all places that has such a, people have this idea of Mississippi, I grew up being told that the police were there to help us.
Right.
If you were, that they were there, and that's what I always witnessed. I haven't witnessed the other situations that have come up. I mean, I hear the stories and I read about things, but I love what you said, because you're right. I have classmates of mine that are police officers and are great in the community, who grieve when they hear about some of their blue brothers, as they call them, that may end up being in bad situations.
Exactly.
But they want to be show that they're there to help. I think that's such an important thing. Zen Zone, hello to you over there on IG. I see you as well. I want to ask the next question to you all personally, because I think it's William. Hello to you. William McCreary is over there on Facebook as well. And let's see, who are we with? I think we're with you, Marche. Let's start this one. Because I think this is an important thing. You all are being recognized this weekend. Have you been able to look in the mirror, Marche, and tell yourself, I'm proud of you?
That's a good question. Yes, I practice lens to mirror work as I teach others and speak to other groups to empower them to do the same. And so I have to, follow through as well. So that's that self-talk that I do to myself, self-awareness. And yes, I'm really proud of myself being able to accomplish writing the book. I actually went to Arizona, the Talking Sticks resort, and I wrote my book for 7 days. And then I wrote it, and then I worked with my editor to be able to, get it finalized and published. But, with being able to do that, it just touches me that everyone that I speak to or I talk to, I want them to understand that I am proud of myself, but I also know that the story that I'm sharing, that's more important to me, that the story speaks to others and that they get something from it. And for me to get the feedback from them, considering it's my first time author, and everybody's just telling me how good the story is and how it's helping them and how it's touching them, and they're so happy that I've shared my story, that, I just have to be, satisfied and happy.
Love that. Tina, what about for yourself? Have you been able to, you're getting this recognition from others, but have you been able to look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you?
That is a great question. And for me, growing up, that was not something that we were taught. So for me, it is harder to say, yes, this is, so I'm proud of the story. I've gotten that far. I'm proud of what I'm sharing. But for me to just really say, good job, Tina, that is something that it's a work in progress for me. But I'm so grateful, because events like this are giving me the tools to be able to say, yes, my voice matters.
Yeah.
My story matters, and my passion is to teach history and how history repeats itself, and to, if we know our history, then we will be able to learn from the mistakes that our ancestors made, but also not to repeat the ones that they made. And
Yeah.
so for me, I think that is a working process for me to say, I look at it more as, this is my job,
Mm.
this is my passion, this is my purpose, instead of gloating, oh, Tina, you did good, or this is something new.
Yeah.
I just feel so much more passionate about the purpose of what I've done. But it is a great way to say, look in the mirror,
Mhm.
Tina, say, you did it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Tina by herself couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
It is through the grace of God. It is through community. It is
Mhm.
through people like y'all giving me the opportunity to share.
Yeah.
Else it would just be a book that had my name on it with a
Mhm.
cover of a little girl that was 8 immigrating. But now I get to share it with the world. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm very, very excited and proud of.
Love
Mhm.
that. Love that. And then what about for yourself? Have you been able to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm proud of you?
Yes,
Mm.
I have. Because my pen has been my escape.
Okay.
Oh,
My pen has been my escape from the very beginning, and I didn't know it. So to learn as I go along that if I post on Facebook, Instagram, and all the different places daily an inspirational quote, a lot of people will come and say, "Oh, that touched me," but they don't realize that it touched me first.
Yeah.
I had to write it.
Yeah.
Going through cancer bout, I had to write it because if I didn't write it, I don't think I would have healed from it.
Mhm.
I don't think I would have came back from it.
Yeah.
So my pen has been my escape. And for me to look at a nurse and just say, I didn't retire to cancer, that's something that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones, just to say something funny and off the topic a little bit. You know, they tell you to ring the bell.
Mhm.
I rang the bell the first time, and when I came back, the cancer had moved to my lungs.
Mm.
So they said, you can ring the bell. We got the cancer. I told them, I'm not touching that bell.
Oh.
I'm going to write, I did not retire to cancer.
Wow.
And I wrote a book after it, Managing Your Madness.
Yeah.
Because to know how to heal yourself from the inside is some madness.
Yeah.
So my pen has been my escape. So I've been able to do that.
But we definitely benefited from all of you, and so glad to have you all here again, everyone. Marche Bryant, Nanette Buchanan, Tina Siemens, so glad to have you on with us. Again, we're here in Fayetteville, North Carolina for Chosen Pen's Literary Awards Gala that's taking place this weekend. You guys are going to see a lot of me. I have a lot of these interviews coming up. We're doing a training tomorrow. We're going to bring you guys into the training for social media and promotion that I'll be hosting here with Chosen Pen. And I am also serving as host of the gala as well. So like I said, expect lots of pictures, lots of these interviews, and I hope you guys will be along for the ride. Wealth Choice, hello to you over on Amazon. Appreciate you being with us as well. He says hello to all of you. Tina, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you?
Thanks again for the opportunity. But if they would get connected with me on all social media as Tina Siemens or seminalthebook.com.
Love it.
Mhm.
Nanette, what about for yourself?
All social media, my name, Nanette Buchanan. I have a website, www.NanetteMBuchanan. And through Amazon, my books are on Amazon. My books are on my website. Please sign up, join, And I also have a podcast. So,
Love it.
yeah.
Awesome. Marche, what about for you?
Definitely, I have my books published on Amazon, so you can look for Rise as a guide to transcending generational barriers. My website is asherises.org/rise. You'll find my book, and then you'll also be able to find and connect with me if you would like to be a part of the Bryant Cybersecurity Leaders Academy as well.
Love it. Love it. Wealth Choice, thank you so much for the follow over there on Amazon. Again, for all of you joining us on the Amazon platform, I will be with you guys throughout the weekend as well here from Fayetteville. So make sure you guys hit that follow button like Wealth Choice did. either here in this corner or down below. Thanks to the three of you for the time. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much.
And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.